situation. He was a prisoner. Even if he had escaped, he'd have to go back to his brothers, the ones who sent him away. I explained that. He could have settled into the Egyptian lifestyle and gone native with them, enjoying the simple pleasures that they have, the goodness and the things that he can consume for himself, and maybe grow his own possessions and find some power. But instead of that, he served as God directed him. He chose to be faithful, even when it didn't look like it was going to bless him at all. There's a great phrase. He chose to bloom where he was planted. We live in a world that says, if I was only over there doing that, my life would be great. Only to find that when you go to that place and you're doing that thing, now the grass is greener elsewhere. Joseph didn't do it. He served in the place that God's placed him and gave him strength. You see, there are two great theological themes that run through this whole book of Genesis. And the first is the sovereignty of God, that there is a creator and a maker of this world, and one who makes it possible for us to do all the things that we do. And he makes choices for us and allows things to happen to us because of his power and position. And our only question is he a trustworthy God or not? Are we willing to let him do it his way? Are we okay with this idea of a sovereign God in a world where hard things happen, difficult things happen, and tough situations come, not just on us, but on those that we love? Joseph was comfortable with the sovereign God. Not always comfortable with his situation, but comfortable with the sovereign God. Because that sovereign God also is the God of providence, bringing the things that a person needs when they need them, even if they don't know that that's what they need. That's providence. He makes us prosper in the world that he placed us in that shows no promise. Streams in the desert, crops from dry ground, spiritually speaking. He brings us life in the middle of the harshness of this world that's so full of death. That's what he did for Joseph. And what he seeks to do for us. You see, we have this option, just like Joseph, to accept what God's doing and receive the blessing to grow and become the way he would make us, or we can refuse him, insisting on our own way, doing our own things for our own purposes, grabbing the small pleasures of this life, hoping that they'll be enough to make it worthwhile. And it's true of us. And that's why it's so important that we should live. Listen to the words of Jesus in Acts, the 1st chapter, verse 8, where he says, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you'll be witnesses in Jerusalem and all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth." That's the promise of God's providence, of his Spirit to move, to shape his people. First with the disciples, those 12, those 150 that were with him, and many others that soon came to know him. And the promise comes down to us as well. The problem is, that's not always what's first on our mind. It's not always the easy thing. It's a difficult life many times to do things God's way for his purposes rather than our own. Joseph is not the first to do great things for God, nor will he be the last, and has not been the last. And our generation as well will not be the last. God continues to move. He continues to call people out of step with the world that's around them and the way that it is done in this life. Make us a people for him. But we must choose. Choose to prosper, even if it's not in the goods and things of this world. We have to prosper in terms of who we are and the blessing of the Spirit that comes on us. We must choose that Holy Spirit and his influence. This is hard for us. We can't touch it. We can't catalog it. We do not get a written contract spelling out the 25 things that God's going to do a certain way for us. Like like Joseph, we have to trust a sovereign God, that he'll bring the providence of his Spirit as whole, as people, and as a church, for we ever move forward. So what will we do? What will we do? God has placed us all somewhere, hasn't he? One of the places he's placed us is in his church. Where is it that you fit? Where is it that I fit? We must get about the business of our Father's house. Now he's calling to us, and our invitation to him is 399, higher ground. We're called to a higher place and a higher way of living. This is not some spiritualized thing. Far away someday in our hearts we feel great. It's about who we are day to day in the practical sense of what God is doing in this world around us. He's calling us to that. So listen to his voice. Let's hear his purpose and make his kingdom. Let's stand as we sing. Lord, bless us with your courage, the hope of your salvation, and not our own. In Jesus' name we pray.